Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how our planet came to be? How did the Earth, this perfect blue sphere suspended in the darkness of space, form from essentially nothing? From thin air, as some might say? But was it really from thin air? Or is there a more fascinating story waiting to be told? Today, we're going to journey back 4.6 billion years to witness the dramatic birth of our home planet. It's a tale of cosmic dust, violent collisions, and remarkable transformations that turned a chaotic cloud of gas into the living world we know today. What would you have seen if you could have watched Earth being born? And what forces shaped our planet into the perfect habitat for life? These are the questions we'll answer as we explore how Earth was born from what appeared to be little more than thin air. The Stellar Nursery. Our story begins not with Earth, but with a star, our Sun. About 4.6 billion years ago, in a spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy there existed a vast cloud of gas and dust called a nebula. This wasn't empty space or thin air, as we might think of it today. It was a cosmic nursery, rich with hydrogen, helium, and tiny particles of heavier elements forged in the hearts of ancient stars that had lived and died long before. But what triggered this cloud to begin collapsing? Was it the shock wave from a nearby supernova? Or natural gravitational instabilities in the nebula itself? Whatever the cause, gravity began drawing this material inward. As the cloud contracted, it began to spin faster, flattening into a rotating disk with a growing concentration of matter at its center, the embryonic Sun. But what about the remaining 1% of material spinning around this infant star? This seemingly insignificant portion of cosmic dust held the building blocks of what would become our Earth and the entire solar system. From dust to planetesimals. How does dust become a planet? It begins with static electricity, the same force that makes your hair stand up when you rub a balloon against it. Within the spinning protoplanetary disk, tiny dust particles began sticking together through electrostatic attraction. These growing clumps then had enough gravity to attract more particles. Bit by bit, they grew from microscopic specks to pebble-sized objects, then to boulder-sized masses. These growing objects, called planetesimals, ranged from the size of mountains to small moons. But could these relatively small bodies really combine to form something as massive as Earth? The early solar system was a chaotic place. As these planetesimals orbited the young Sun, they collided with each other. Some shattered, but others merged, growing larger and larger. The largest of these bodies, which we call protoplanets, had enough gravity to sweep up material in their orbital path and grow even more rapidly. In the zone where Earth now orbits, several Mars-sized protoplanets formed. These weren't yet Earth, but the stage was being set for our planet's dramatic entrance. The giant impact. About 4.5 billion years ago, something catastrophic happened. A Mars-sized protoplanet, which scientists have named Theia, collided with the proto-Earth. This wasn't a gentle merger. It was a violent, world-changing impact. The energy released was unimaginable, enough to melt both worlds completely. Material from both bodies was flung into space, while the cores likely merged. How do we know this happened? The evidence is right above our heads every night. Most of the ejected debris formed a ring around Earth, which eventually coalesced to form our Moon. This explains why the Moon's composition is so similar to Earth's mantle, yet slightly different. It contains material from both worlds. But what would Earth have looked like after this colossal impact? Can you imagine standing on its surface? The Hadean Earth. You couldn't have stood on Earth's surface then, because there was no solid surface. The impact had transformed Earth into a molten ball of rock, a churning ocean of magma glowing red-hot in the darkness of space. Scientists call this earliest period of Earth's history the Hadean Eon, named after Hades, the Greek underworld. It was truly a hellish place, with temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Celsius. Yet, within this molten chaos, something remarkable was happening. The heaviest elements, like iron and nickel, were sinking toward the center, forming Earth's core. The lighter materials floated to the surface, creating the mantle and, eventually, the crust. But Earth was still nothing like the world we know today. Where were the oceans? The continents? The atmosphere? How did our planet transform from this molten state into the blue marble we call home? The first atmosphere. As Earth slowly cooled, gases trapped within the molten rock were released through volcanic eruptions. This created our planet's first atmosphere, but it wasn't anything you could breathe. It was rich in water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and sulfur compounds, with virtually no oxygen. Where did all this water vapor come from? Some was likely already present in the materials that formed Earth, but scientists believe much of it arrived later, delivered by icy asteroids and comets that bombarded the early Earth. As the planet continued to cool, this water vapor began to condense, forming clouds that unleashed torrential rains. These rains fell for thousands, perhaps millions of years, gradually filling the lowest parts of Earth's surface, creating the first oceans. By about 4 billion years ago, Earth had developed a thin, solid crust floating on a still molten mantle, oceans of liquid water, and an atmosphere. The stage was set for the next miraculous chapter in Earth's story, the emergence of life. But how could life possibly arise on a planet that had been born from such violence and chaos? What transformed Earth from a hostile world into a cradle for living organisms? From a swirling cloud of cosmic dust to the living planet we know today, Earth's birth story is one of remarkable transformations. What began as thin wisps of gas and microscopic particles became, through the forces of physics and chemistry, the perfect habitat for life. The very atoms in your body were once part of that nebula, perhaps even forged in the hearts of ancient stars that died billions of years before our solar system formed. When we look at Earth today, with its blue oceans, green continents, and swirling white clouds, it's hard to imagine it was once a molten ball of rock, or before that, merely dust particles floating in space. But that's the wonder of our planet's story. It reminds us that even the most extraordinary transformations are possible given the right ingredients and enough time. So the next time someone asks you how Earth was born from thin air, you'll know the truth is even more incredible. It wasn't thin air at all, but a rich cosmic soup of elements and energy that, through a sequence of remarkable events, became our home. What other secrets might our planet still be hiding? And what role will we play in the next chapter of Earth's ongoing story? The answers, like Earth itself, are still evolving. If you enjoyed this journey through Earth's birth story, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more explorations of our amazing planet and universe. Leave a comment below with your questions about Earth's formation or suggestions for future topics you'd like us to cover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.